Welcome to 50 Lessons. This podcast explores Capoeira as a practice that shapes how we live and teach. My name is Alex Maltsev. In this first season, I'm sharing the lessons from my book, 50 Lessons on Capoeira, Teaching and Life. Let's begin. Chapter 3. Learn, Practice, Train. Studying Capoeira is a path of mastery. And it's not about the title mestre, the colorful cord on your white pants, a diploma or a public recognition. To study Capoeira is to become a master of your body, your spirit, and your mind. Through mastery in movement, music, and the game, you become a master of life. That is the path of Capoeirista. When we talk about mastery, achieving a high level of skill or proficiency in any activity like a movement or a musical instrument, we usually pass through 3 key stages: learning, practicing, and training. Learning. Learning is the process of acquiring new knowledge. The stage is relatively quick. Sometimes it takes only a few minutes. The student watches what the teacher demonstrates, understands the steps, and thinks he has already learned it. In Chinese, there's a phrase for this: 脑子学会了. The brain learned it, but the body hasn't yet. Has the student mastered the skill? Not even close. At this stage, the student has simply reached conscious incompetence. He is aware of the gap and understands what he doesn't know. Practicing. Practicing is deliberate repetition with the goal of improvement. This stage requires no external pressure. It's working at your own pace, in your own rhythm, without stress. A student tries to repeat the movement alone, a musician plays a small passage over and over, a calligrapher writes the same line several times. With enough practice, you may reach conscious competence. You can perform the skill, but it still requires attention and effort. Training. Finally, after enough practice, it's time for training. What's the difference between practicing and training? Training introduces pressure. It adds external stimuli that push you beyond your comfort zone. Maybe it's a partner holding a kicking pad for you or giving you a counterattack. Maybe it's a timer challenging you to finish a set within the strict limit. Maybe it's a rehearsal with an orchestra where you're required to play in harmony with everyone else. Training is practice that is as close to real conditions as possible. It's not real life yet, but it's very close. Training helps you avoid surprises. If you have trained your takedowns enough times, you will be dangerous. If you have trained it falling enough times, you will be unbreakable. Only by moving through all 3 stages, learning, practicing, and training, can you achieve mastery. Mastery is unconscious competence, when the skill becomes second nature and you can perform it without effort. What does it mean to master a backflip? It means that if someone wakes you up at 3 in the morning, you can perform a perfect flip instantly, without warming up and on any surface. As a teacher, I always ask myself, with this exercise, which stage of mastery am I helping my students develop? From my own growth, I ask myself the same question. Which stage am I in right now? Am I learning, practicing, or training? If you struggle under pressure, perhaps you simply haven't practiced enough. And if you are unsure what to practice, go back and learn more about the subject. But remember, only training and real-life experience make you grow. Be a lifelong student, but don't fall into the trap of perpetual preparation. Don't hide behind the phrase, "I'm not ready yet," to avoid real action. Training under pressure is the closest thing to real combat. Capoeira is a training done in a safe space, a training ground for life. Thank you for listening. If this episode resonated with you, you can find the book 50 Lessons on Capoeira, Teaching and Life on Amazon. New episodes are published regularly. as I continue recording the book and reflecting on the lessons it contains. See you in the next episode.